her into this season?
Absolutely. I think anytime you can play at a high level in the off season, I think they did an excellent job with Athletes Unlimited, just setting the tone and setting the stage for great players to play. And I feel like if you can get that type of rhythm and that type of focus during the offseason, it would allow you to obviously get better. And I thought she came in very, very sharp.
And then kind of going off of that, she's kind of one of the few veterans on the team right now. Do you feel like she's kind of honed into that leadership role and really helped guide the rookies a little bit this season?
Well, yes. Kelsey is not just a natural vocal leader, but she does a lot of things in practice and a lot of things just around the team that it allows them to understand the level that we need to be at as a team. And also just her work ethic on and off the floor. She takes care of her body very good. But on the floor, she's the first one in the gym, last one to lead. And she just leads by example very well.
Good questions on Zoom. Zion, in the start.
Yeah, Coach. Tonight, NaLyssa had 24 points, made 5 threes. How does her game really open up when she makes that outside shot?
Well, I think it really helps her. She's been in the gym. She's definitely been working on that. And she's just thinking at that position, that trail four position, about facing up and being ready to make plays. It's not necessarily a back to the basket situation. So now she's just kind of opening it up a little bit. It's the second part of the season. She's understanding the pace of the WNBA. So, I think she's able to just step into her shot a little bit better.
What area have you seen her grow the most as of late?
Mental for sure. Just her mentality, her approach to the game, her understanding of when and where to take shots, her footwork, just getting prepared to shoot and score the basketball. I feel like she's better. She can get a lot better defensively. But again, it's just learning the angles and learning the positioning that it takes to be a great defender. And I think that's coming as well.
Wilson.
Carlos, 17 turnovers tonight. I'm just wondering, do you attribute that more to Las Vegas's defense or your offense?
I want to say a little bit of both. I felt like we were faced with at times getting down the floor. We were faced with long, lengthy defenders, smart defenders, people that has played the game for a while. And they understood kind of angles and kind of baited us into some passes. But at the same time, taking that into consideration and holding ourselves accountable, we can do a much better job of being efficient offensively in transition. And obviously we had a few on-ball slippages that did not allow us to be efficient in getting into our offense. So they heated up our guards and turned us over a couple times. So one thing led to another. And again, that's something that we have to consistently work
on. Tony.
Let's start off with 2 injury ones. One is, how's Queen doing? I saw she had that ankle thing in the third quarter and was able to come back in. Do you think it's anything that's going to bug her beyond today?
I do not know the 100% answer to that. I was able to put her back in at the end just to kind of see. I was going to sit her for the entire game, but I wanted to make sure that she gave me the nod, like she wanted to come back in. So it may not be as serious as we once thought, but we'll definitely have to see.
What did you think of what Lexi was able to give you? Did she look as healthy as she could have, coming out of that wrist thing for the first time in 3 weeks?
Yeah, and Lexi is very determined and focused when it comes to keeping herself in shape and understanding our offensive and defensive concepts. So it was actually like, she's never left. And that was good for us because we really needed her to step in and play at a high level. And I thought she came in and gave us some good solid minutes.
On this road trip, turnovers have been an issue for you guys in basically every game. What can you do in practice or before games to kind of get everybody on the same page every possession offensively? Because Kelsey was just mentioning that she felt like that's where a lot of the turnovers stem from, is not always being on the same page on a given possession.
Yeah, that could be true. Because sometimes, when you have limited practice time, what happens is we try to add tweaks and just different things to our offensive sets that we already have. And it's not a lot of time to actually rep it at a high pace and a high speed. So sometimes I think that can be a big part of it. So we're just trying to focus on less being more, and just kind of keeping our offense as simple as we can.
Thank you.
Everybody good? You guys have anything? Good.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. So Carlos, I'm working on a piece on Lexi for her hometown paper. I want to ask you, first of all, when she got here, can you tell that is it plain as day that she comes from such a disciplined program when you play under someone like Tara Vanderveer?
Absolutely. Yes. She came in very focused, very determined. She understood a lot of defensive concepts, offensive concepts, one-on-one defense. I mean, she's just been stellar when it comes to being a sponge for the game. Obviously, she's one of the best players at being coachable, and her attitude is outstanding. She comes to work, again, first one in, last one to leave, and she's just a joy to coach.
Kelsey, this Aces team is one of the few teams in the league that likes to play as fast as you guys or equal in speed. Does that make it harder for you guys when the way you want to play is also the way that the other team wants to run?
Oh, yeah, no. We kind of knew what we were up against as far as like knowing that all 5 people and also their bench is going to run. At that point, it was on us, but we knew we need to be prepared for the run. And then once it started, it got too late, and we had to reiterate to our rookies that, they're going to run, and 1 through 5 is going to run. And so they had to bump their head a little bit to see it.
Turnover numbers have been up for you guys a little bit these last couple of games. What have you kind of noticed has been a driving force or a leading cause behind that happening for you guys?
I think being sped up, but really just communication and not knowing what people are doing. It's always 2 people on the page and the other 3 are not, and vice versa. So it makes life a little harder for us.
Whoever, got anybody else? Wilson, Zion, go ahead, guys.
24 points, really had the 3-ball going. How have you seen her kind of progress lately?
I think she's a jack of all trades as far as like being able to get on the perimeter and make plays. In this game and in this league, 4s and 5s are like game changing because you got people like Asia Wilson who can shoot it and put it on the floor. And so to see Liz kind of like come into her own realm of life and that perspective, it just kind of like adds to her game. I'm not surprised though. I've seen it all. I've seen what she can do, and I can't be nothing but happy for her.
How tough is it for you guys to guard the Aces when they have so many offensive threats on the court?
I mean, we know what kind of team they are. They're competitors. They all compete. They all play at a high level. So for us, it's just about being prepared and taking the challenge. I know I take the challenge, and that's just what it is.
Anybody else say anything? Go ahead, Wilson. Go ahead.
Kelsey, what are the challenges on defense when a team is moving the ball as quickly as Las Vegas was tonight?
It's like we always get that first layer, but that second and third layer is what sets Vegas apart from everybody else. That first and second pass might be there, and we might stop it, but that 5th, 6th, and 7th, it's like that's what makes them so great. And for us, we got to be able to master our idea of rotations and being able to help and being able to move when the ball moves. But that's just what sets Vegas apart. That 6 and 7, 8 pass is what separates them from the rest of the league.
Thanks, Kelsey. NaLyssa, you really had the 3-ball going tonight. Were you feeling that coming into the game?
Yeah, I had a great warm up, and it was hitting in warm up. So I kind of knew coming into this game that was gonna be a part of my shot selection.
So is that usually how it goes for you? Is that typically a thing you can tell going in that you're gonna look for more?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like if you have a good warm up in whatever area, you're probably gonna have a great game in that area.
Zion, go ahead.
Yeah, NaLyssa, wanted to ask you just about the free throws. You shot nearly 80% last year in your senior year of college, and this season it's kind of been a struggle. Do you know what the issue has been? Why you just can't get those to fall at the rate you should be making them at?
Nah, I feel like if I knew, I would have changed it a long time ago. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's something I just gotta. Whenever we have an off day, just constantly shoot. Because I mean, it's the easiest shot in the game. I shouldn't be missing it, but it's all mental. So I'm gonna get it right.
And then just for you as a rookie, how difficult is it to go through this extended losing streak that you guys have been on?
I mean, it'll be hard for anybody. You go into every game wanting to win, and that's kind of the standard. So just losing, I mean, nobody likes losing. It don't feel right, but we know what we got to do to change it around.
Tony, would finish up.
Yeah, NaLyssa, this week for you, Stewie, Sunday, NECA, Tuesday, Asia tonight. What's it been like this road trip for you going through those kind of gauntlet of players as you've had to close out this season?
It's been an experience. I mean, playing against all the great players, you kind of get to see what they do best. And these are all players that I've looked up to, throughout my whole career of basketball. So, just seeing them play and, just going up against great players and seeing how you match up against them, it's a good feeling, just be able to hang with them.
Does it help you grow at all, seeing what they do right up close, guarding them, being right there the whole game?
Yeah, when you play against great players, it makes you, want to be great. You learn different things about yourself, learn how to guard different, learn how to score against great players. So it's a good experience.
Kelsey just talked about you guys, the whole team in general, kind of not being on the same page on offense sometimes. What do you kind of feel like has led to that sometimes for you guys in recent games?
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's something we don't have a lot of practice time. We have 6, 7 rookies. We have, you can go on and on about this team, but it's at the end of the day, you can't make excuses for us losing. We just got to get out there and play our hardest.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Les. We'll bring Carlos in for everybody next.